Virginia Tech. I learn something new every time I do one of these videos, and this will be no exception. Now, in 1896, the school was called Virginia Agricultural and Mechanical College and Polytechnic Institute, which is a mouthful. So it was commonly referred to as Virginia Polytechnic Institute, or VPI. Now, the word Hokie came along during this time period due to a spirit cheer. In the 1890s, a student named O.M. Stoll from the class of 1896 won a $5 prize for coming up with a new spirit cheer known as Old Hokie that started Hokie, Hokie, Hokie High, Tex, Tex, VPI. Later, an E was added to Hokie to make the word Hokie that we know today. Now, the Hokies were once called the Gobblers. How that name came about is widely disputed, but one story says it's because the student athletes would gobble up their food. The name was already popular when Floyd Meade, a local resident, trained a large turkey to pull a cart at a football game in 1913. When the Gobbler nickname fell out of favor, student George Wills sketched new designs for a class project. Long story short, the Hokie bird evolved from a turkey. Virginia Tech became the school's official nickname in 1970. The original school colors were black and gray. In 1896, they were changed to burnt orange and Chicago maroon. Why? Because no other school had those colors. From 1948 to 1950, they had a maroon helmet with a burnt orange center stripe. In 51, they go to an all-white lid and wear it through 52. In 53, they add a maroon center stripe and wear this through 1955. In 56, maroon players' numbers are added to both sides, and thin orange stripe is added to both sides of the maroon stripe. This is worn through 61. In 62, back to a maroon lid with white players' numbers, and this is worn through 1964. For the first 3 games of 65, the helmets are all maroon. Then in week 4, players' numbers are put back on the helmets in a new font. The next season, in 66, numbers are replaced by a white V with an orange T above it. The center stripe is orange, bordered by white. This look goes through 1970. With the only change coming in 1969 when they wear a 100 sticker on the back of the helmet to celebrate the 100th anniversary of college football. In 1971, the Hokies switched to white helmets with Tech in maroon over an orange state of Virginia. This goes through 1973. In 74, the all-white helmets now have a maroon V with an orange T over it, and it's worn through 1977. In 78, back to maroon helmets. A white V with a white T over it, trimmed in orange, is the new look, and this runs through 1983. In 1984, new athletic logo is unveiled, a composite of designs submitted by 2 Virginia Tech students, Lisa Eichler of Chesapeake, Virginia, and Chris Kraft of Roanoke, Virginia. For a competition sponsored by the university's art department, the 2 students received $50. The Hokies wore the new look on a maroon helmet from 84 through 86. In 87, center stripes are added, orange bordered by white, and the logo has a thicker orange border. This is worn through 1997. In 1998, the center stripes are removed and the face mask changed from white to maroon, and it's the main look through 2014 and was worn for a pair of games in 2015. The paint job became modernized in 2016, but the maroon lid with the white VT has been a staple for the program ever since. Along the way, in 2008, against Furman, throwbacks to that 1971 through 73 look. In 2009, against Marshall, throwbacks to the 1966 through 70 look. For 2 games in 2009, white lid with this unique center stripe and VT in maroon trimmed in orange on both sides. 2010 against Boise State, Nike Pro Combat look with black helmet with orange VT. The center stripe is black in front, transitions to orange. For 2 games in 2010, all-white helmet with maroon VT trimmed in orange. For 2 more games that season, same helmet with orange center stripe bordered by maroon. In January of 2011, Virginia Tech plays Stanford in the Orange Bowl and wears orange helmets with a maroon logo and face mask, along with white center stripe bordered by maroon. For 3 games in 2011, throwback to that 74 through 77 look. For 2 games that season, same look with orange center stripe bordered by maroon. Against Marshall, the orange helmet look again, but the center stripe differs from the Orange Bowl. This one is maroon in the center bordered by white. Against Georgia Tech, the maroon helmet with VT, but the orange and white center stripes. It came back again in 2013 for 3 games. 2012, bunch of new looks. Against Austin Peay, white lid with orange Hokie tracks. Against Bowling Green, woodland camouflage helmet with maroon VT for Military Appreciation Day. For 2 games, white helmet with orange VT, came back for 2 games again in 2014. For 2 games, white helmet with players' numbers on the right and Hokie bird on the left. For the Russell Athletic Bowl, maroon helmet with the Fighting Gobbler logo, which the school dropped at the end of the 2012 season. 2013 season against Marshall, orange digital camouflage with white outline VT for Military Appreciation Day. Against Georgia Tech, Hokie Stone, a limestone common in Southwest Virginia and is used on every building on campus, is featured for the first time on the helmet. The wrap design features the maroon pillars along with the words, "For those who have passed, for those to come, reach for excellence." The words are at the top of the tunnel at Lane Stadium. Against Maryland, Hokie Stone helmet with maroon VT on both sides. For 2 games in 2014, patriotic VT and center stripe. 4 new looks in 2015 for 2 games, metallic orange helmet with transparent decal. For 6 games in 15 and 2 and 16, this triple blend helmet first worn for Military Appreciation Day. It was similar to the design Navy wore in 2012 and 13. Against North Carolina, black uniforms for Coach Frank Beamer's final home game. The black lids have a 25 on the right, the number Beamer wore when he played at Tech, and orange VT on the left along with orange and white center stripes. For the final 2 games of 2015, throwbacks to that 87 through 98 look when they had white face masks. 2016, the stripes worn on the maroon helmet are tapered and worn a number of times on this helmet through 2021. For at least 1 game a year from 2017 through 19, it was worn with a white face mask. For 4 games in 2018, it was worn on a matte helmet with maroon face mask. And for 2 games in 2018, the matte helmet has a white face mask. In 2016 against Tennessee, black helmet with Hokie Stone logo and center stripe. For 2 games in 16 and 1 in 17, metallic orange with white VT and the maroon and white tapered center stripe. This came back in 2019 against Furman. From 2016 through 2021, for at least 1 game a year, white helmet with maroon VT and face mask. Also, for at least 1 game a year from 2016 through 21, that same helmet with orange and maroon tapered center stripe. 2017 against Delaware, white helmet with Hokie Stone logo and center stripe. Against Old Dominion, patriotic logo and center stripes. Against North Carolina, white helmet with orange VT and orange and maroon tapered center stripe with white face mask. Against Miami, same look, but with maroon VT. The look popped back up in 2019 and then was used increasingly through 2021. 2021 New Era Pinstripe Bowl at Yankee Stadium, maroon helmet with Yankees logo on the right and VT on the left. 5 games in 2022, white helmet with traditional orange and maroon center stripes and maroon VT. For 5 games in 23, same look, but the center stripes are thinner and separated. 2023 Military Bowl against Tulane, patriotic logo and center stripe. And coming in 2024, white helmet with maroon center stripe bordered by orange with the maroon VT logo. That's Virginia Tech. Who's next? Follow Hooked on Helmets.